Hello, welcome. It's so sunny and bright. We've both got our shades. Thanks for watching. This is Nancy.Yang Real Estate, and in today's video, as you see, we're outside. Totally different thing. We're going to talk about earnest money and how much to give, what's a good amount to give, but also what happens if you lose your earnest money.
That's right.
Okay. So remember, if you watch this, like, follow, share, tell a friend about Ask Nancy's Facebook page where we talk everything about real estate. But first, Nancy, you're going to show us some stuff outside.
Yeah. I'm so excited, guys. I wanted to shout out to Elisa Esley, actually. She's over at Anchor Trust Real Estate, and I wanted to thank her for the opportunity to shoot here in Lake Elmo. So she represents Creative Homes. They're an amazing builder. In fact, they're probably one of my favorite in terms of the quality and just the interesting layouts and high quality finishes that they put in their homes. So we wanted, because it's so, such great weather out, and in Minnesota we get so few months of that. We wanted to talk about some fun stuff on the outside of your house.
I'm going to flip it, and you're going to see Nancy's going to show all things about outside, the right thing to do outside your house.
All right. Okay, great. So, you guys, like I always tell everybody, you get one shot to impress that buyer when they walk through. Okay, so especially here, we're right in the front porch, and they have a beautiful, they've got this brick patio porch that they've made here, and so as you're looking around. Yep, you can see the beautiful columns. But I just wanted to point out, front door is it's a beautiful, very neutral. This is, I would almost call a grayish color. It's like a gray brown, color. But everything is very clean. I'd love to throw maybe a couple potted plants, but they did some great landscaping on this property that we'll show you guys as well shortly. And I'll point out the amazing light fixture that they've picked up here. So it's really modern. I feel like lights really make or break a space, and especially right now, like what I've been telling a lot of home buyers is that lighting can really age a place or not, So right now, brass, anything gold colored, or even shiny chrome, be careful there, Linda, is really kind of, out of date. Like if you've got that in your home, a lot of people will come in and look like, oh, this is a little dated, right?
But and then what kind of siding is this again?
Oh, yep. I wanted to point out the fact that on this model, this is the Victoria model, and what they've done is the James Hardie cement board siding in the front of the home that's going to last for a really long time, and then in the back, and we can step around. We'll talk about what they've done in the back as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
awesome.
okay, I'm gonna follow you. You follow me.
Yeah. So again, guys, this place has been all landscaped, and right now it's actually their model homes that they actually showcase. It's not even for sale. They only are allowing people to come and look at this gorgeous home. So you can see they've done plenty of landscaping. There's a pop of color with the bushes out here. When this home converts to a regular house, this space is going to become the garage that we're standing in front of right now. That is their office space. And so the river rock is really gorgeous. These are all really a lot of upgrades that you can do in your own house. Yeah.
So let's say a quick hi to Shina Yang, Mike Spicer, Jennifer Barth. Hey,
Mike,
hello.
Thank you for all the work you've been doing. He's doing a ton of work.
Mike, we love you.
Yeah, I've seen a post about all the work that he's been doing with the different writing and just going out there and supporting and doing work with donations from real estate agents and things like that.
And Amy Lund.
So hey, I really appreciate you. Okay. You're gonna see that the garage also has the James Hardie siding. You can't feel it, but I can. It's nice and it's gonna last forever. Okay. And then along the side here we have regular vinyl siding. So obviously there's vinyl. And
oh my gosh, it is different. I thought it was all the same.
Yep. And really, when people are looking at homes, we're looking for maintenance free, guys. That's what we're looking for.
Thank you.
Yeah, an example like this is great because it's very expensive, of course, to do that. James Hardie siding all the way around the exterior. So it's kind of nice to just have that be in the front and then do the more affordable siding in the back. Right?
Okay.
Yeah, you can see anything else back there. Do you want to take a look around the back?
Yep. So let's talk about today's topic.
Oh, that's right. Yep.
Okay, so I'm gonna flip it around.
Okay.
So we're gonna walk this way since the sun is pointing this way. We're all
awesome.
Oh my God, I look so tan. Forgive me, this is life. Okay, Nancy.
Okay, so
Earnest money.
Guys, what is earnest money? What is it all about?
Is it $50 to buy your house? What is it? What? How much is the good amount of earnest money? What is it? Is it necessary? And what if I lose it? What happens if I don't know, what does it take to lose your earnest money?
Yeah, definitely. Okay, great. In fact, I was showing houses this morning at 8 o'clock out in Wisconsin, and a client texted me and said, oh my gosh, I want to make an offer. What happens next, right? Okay. So guys, you know, when we're making an offer, it's you know, in order to seal the deal basically so that the seller doesn't sell the house to someone else, and also to show that we as a buyer are well qualified, have our savings all ready to go, you know, to buy the home, we need to give the seller something of value.
Okay.
And that something of value is typically in the form of earnest money. And so
not my Pokemon card collection. That's so valuable. Okay, earnest money. So how much?
So it's pretty
1,000?
typical.
Okay.
Yep, I would say that. So right now it's pretty typical. If we're buying under 200,000,
okay.
We can get away with $1,000. Otherwise, typically a seller is going to expect at least 1% of the sales price.
Oh dang. Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry.
So so if we're buying that $300,000 home, you need to put $3,000 down.
Okay.
Now, so remember, this earnest money is actually part of your down payment.
All right, sure.
Yep. And
part of the down payment.
Down payment on your loan on the house.
Because if I give 3%, was it starting 3% down on my down payment, then I just have to give an additional 2%.
Nope. Actually, what we're doing is, okay, so let's say we're going to do 3% down on our loan, right?
Okay.
But what we're doing is we're basically giving the seller something to hold that shows them that we are ready to buy, right?
Okay.
And that is typically going to just be, again, you know, a percentage of the sales price. Usually 1% is all that we need. But let's say that we buy this $300,000 home, we put down $3,000. So then when we go to closing, we need to come up with $297 plus our closing fees and things like that, right?
Okay.
Yeah. So, but this is what happens. Ultimately, when we make an offer, we have typically 2 or 3 contingencies when it comes down to making an offer, right?
Yes.
So you don't lose your earnest money. Our first inspection, or our first contingency is usually our inspection clause, right?
Yes.
So if we're doing a home inspection, and we decide, like, let's say we get 7 days to do our inspection, and we do our inspection and there's just a million things wrong with it. It's just, you know, we fell in love with the house, we jumped the gun, we just, you know, weren't looking, or we're just kind of shocked that some of these maintenance items are going to be like, you know, there's just going to be a ton of them to do. So you ultimately could walk away and tell the seller, hey, I changed my mind, I don't want to buy this house. You are entitled to a refund of your earnest money.
And that happens. That's this life, right? That's not like a good person. That just happens.
Hey,
right?
Pahoa, happy birthday, by the way. I know your birthday just passed.
I never know you. Hi, Pahoa. Happy birthday.
Yeah. And so, but ultimately, you know, so what happens is, like, during our inspection period, let's say that we decide we still love the home and we want to move forward with the purchase. And that's, like, let's say that's day 7, right?
Okay.
Then 3 days later or a week later, we all of a sudden get cold feet. We're questioning ourselves, thinking, oh my gosh, what did we get ourselves into?
From the buyer's side.
From the buyer's side, yes, as a buyer. And now, once we're outside of our inspection contingency, if you decide to cancel, the seller's fully entitled to your earnest money.
So when I give that money away, I better know what I'm doing, right?
That's right. Okay. In addition to that, they also have the ability to sue you to perform on your side of the contract. Meaning, hey, you told me that you removed your inspection contingency and you are moving forward with buying the home at this point. I've now went and bought a house. So there could be a lot of implications.
All right. Because the seller could just say, hey, I'm good. I'm going to buy my house. Got a buyer here. But then fell through. And the seller's in the pits. Okay.
Yes, absolutely. Now, you know, let's say again, we go through, we're happy with the house. We're moving past our inspection contingency. Okay. Now, most other people are going to need to be able to get a mortgage in order to purchase a home, right? Yep. So let's say something happens, especially right now, like all of a sudden your hours get cut at work.
Furloughed, something.
Yep. And it wasn't expected. You want the house, but somehow now the bank is not going to give you the loan. Well, we are also entitled for a refund of our earnest money as well, typically depending on our contract.
From the buyer, if something crazy happens and I don't qualify for the house anymore, I am allowed to get my earnest money back.
Yes, typically. Yes, as long as we didn't tell the seller that, hey, you know, you get earnest money regardless of what happens, right?
Oh, okay.
So, yeah, so that's essentially, you know, what earnest money is. It really is your skin in the game to show the seller that you are a serious, legitimate buyer, not wasting the seller's time. Okay. And, you know, I find, like, sometimes if we're competing in multiple offers, if you put a little bit more earnest money down, the seller's like, hey, you know, I'm going to go with this buyer because they're more willing to put more money down, so they're less likely to maybe walk away from the
So in a hot market, multiple offers, if I had the extra money, give a little bit more earnest money so that I might possibly, my offer will get a higher chance of getting accepted.
Yeah, that's right. 5,000 maybe. Yeah, because either way, we're going to put it down anyway. So as long as we're not backing out from the deal, there should be no worries.
Okay. Well, I hope you learned a lot about earnest money. This is when you have real skin in the game. You have to put a lot of money down for your next beautiful house that hopefully you got with Nancy, because she could. I'm telling you.
Hey, Chance and Peter and Tang. Hey,
Tang.
it's great. Thanks so much for watching, you guys. Now, stay tuned because we are going to be doing a virtual walkthrough through another beautiful home in the Lake Elmo area. And they have these gorgeous ramblers. I keep telling Linda that, you know, eventually my husband and I will probably retire in a home similar to this, where there's a master bedroom on the main floor, an extra bedroom to throw a kid into, and in this case I would need for my office. And we could only have one kid at a time over because there'd be another bedroom in the basement. So we'll have more information about that. And lastly, we want to give a shout out to our great friends Lee Chang and Fu Chang. In addition to that, their brother or their sister and brother-in-law actually, Ba Chao and Lu Yang. They've been working their tail off, you guys, over at Cups and Cheers. Yay! Cups and Cheers is just an amazing place. I don't like to go too often with my husband because we end up closing down the bar.
You guys get in trouble.
So the several times we've been there, we literally have closed down the bar. So, you know, we're so just pulling for all the, you know, small business owners right now.
Everywhere.
You know, there's, especially right in St. Paul, I had been up and down, you know, White Bear, and there were a couple places that had been boarded up or, you know, had been vandalized. And so we just want to give them a shout out. They're, you know, working every day. They're open for takeout, and I know hopefully restaurants and everything will be opening up again very soon. But we just want to let you guys know that we're here for you. Please support them if you're, you know, in the area in St. Paul. I really love their raw la. It's one of my favorites, actually. I don't know if you like that.
I like the
Linda?
brisket. I can eat that sitting in front of Netflix all day. It's so good. And their papaya salad is on point.
Yeah, I
too,
actually really love their papaya salad. And then I like normally during the week, they'll do some specials like, you know, $5 bowls of pho or all you can eat crab legs or crawfish, right? And so that stuff will be all opening up again once the restaurants are able to open up. And they also do events and event hall rental and things like that. So
and hopefully 2 party rooms. Really great for events.
yeah, awesome. So thanks so much for watching, you guys, and we'll share more about this beautiful Lake Elmo neighborhood we're in. So yeah, have a good one.
Bye.